play fake here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw. Biggs. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Here's Dobbins. Escapes the defender. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on second down, Biggs. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They run. This is Scarborough. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Off the bootleg. Biggs rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Let the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Biggs. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Biggs. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, look at the juke. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble. And a Patriot touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
2nd down and 7. This is Scarborough. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Biggs. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Looking to throw. Biggs. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To try again after the sack. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Tucker now for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Biggs. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Biggs. Crowder's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Scarborough. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Elliott is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kicker.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Off play action. Biggs. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on second down. Biggs eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Looking to throw. Biggs. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Caleb Chase. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson looking left side and has got a man. That's Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. Here's a give to Dobbins. Shrugs him off. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 93 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. First down and more for Jackson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Fighting his way through contact. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are going to be moving at 4-0 as they extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. On 1st and 10, Biggs. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now he's forced out left. He finds an opening past the 40. Uses the stiff arm. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Biggs. Throw left side, complete to Harry. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. There he goes left side. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 75 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Biggs. Flushed, and a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman
Sheds off the tackle. A solid stiff arm. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Biggs. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Biggs. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring